Let's
offensive end, 9 points, and the ability to ignite a fast break. Here, a dish to Gasol for assist number 1. Then another offensive rebound to a cutting Gasol. And then the great vision, seeing the pass before the pass is ready to be made. Here, Odom makes a great cut, touch pass. He already sees Gasol. All 3 of Lamar Odom's assists go right to Gasol. 8 field goals, 3 assisted by Lamar Odom.
Look at that first half numbers. Those will be good for a game. Gasol does it in the first 2 quarters. Time for our Gatorade cooler talk. How about the Nuggets bench, Mark Jackson?
Well, you talk about Clays and Smith coming off the bench and really having an impact on the ball game. Teams struggling, competing defensively, trying a way to score offensively. They flat out get it done. Good job of coming off the bench, unselfish play. If your job is to come off and score, then do you. Give your team a chance.
And again, they came back from 10 down because the bench both almost scoring their season's average in that first half. Some excellent shooting from the 2 bench players for the Denver Nuggets. As we get set for the 3rd quarter, let's check in with Michelle Tafoya.
Well, Mike, I spoke with George Karl after halftime, and he said on offense, we have to do what we do, and that is attack the basket. We don't need to pass the ball a lot, just a little, and we'll be okay. But of the Lakers' offense, he said, they are one of the best passing teams I've ever seen in basketball. We did a great job on Kobe, but they still got a lot of points. We don't want to waste Kenyon Martin's efforts defending Kobe Bryant. Mike?
Martin did an excellent job on him as Kobe Bryant comes out.
And if I was George Karl, I would have thought very strongly about not starting both Iverson and Carter. I would have put Iverson at the point guard position and either started J.R. Smith, Chiesa, or Nahara, somebody, so that there's more natural matchups.
Carter right now on Radmanovic, who is 6'10". Gasol left open. Carter trying to harass him, and Camby with a reach-in foul. So Carter picks up. Well, they're going to call it on Camby. First on Camby.
It really shows you the advantage of the trade for Pau Gasol. Struggling Kobe Bryant, you now have another home run hitter that can score and take the pressure off him.
So Gasol knocks down the first. Pau Gasol was acquired back on February 1st in that trade that saw Kwame Brown, Javaris Crittenton, Aaron McKee, Powell's younger brother Mark Gasol, who's going to be a good player, and 2 first-round picks. And what a huge trade it was for Gasol, who spent the first 6 years, 6.5 years in Memphis with the Grizzlies.
Just repeat those names, please. I mean, I just still don't get it.
That sounded like he was trying to make it sound like it was a good trade.
Oh, alley-oop. Martin can't finish it. I'm just reporting the facts. It's a rebuilding trade for Memphis. Bryant lost it, gets it back. Tough shot. Backer won't go. Ball tipped out. Here comes Iverson. Carter with the jump shot. And Carmelo Anthony, the rebound, goes right back up. Offensive foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his 3rd. Odom draws the charge.
Pursuit back on defense by the Lakers. You give up a second shot opportunity, but Lamar Odom back in the picture. Gets in position. Charge on Anthony.
So Anthony, the only member of the Nuggets with 3 fouls. Bryant, the only member of the Lakers with 3. We'll check that. Radmanovic also has 3. Anthony, nice little fake. Sometimes he makes it look so easy to score in so many different ways.
He's an assassin on the offensive end. Really has the entire package. The ability to stretch the defense with his long ball shooting ability, and then puts the ball on the floor and can also post.
Easy shot won't go, but Gasol right there for the follow.
But again, because now Carter's matched up against Radmanovic, Camby has to come over because of the huge size mismatch, which leaves Gasol free for the second shot.
Alley-oop. Can't get it to go. Gasol another rebound. Now Gasol in his first playoff game of the Lakers continuing to put up excellent numbers. Here's the mismatch. No double team. Radmanovic can't get it to fall. Odom.
How good is he?
Oh, he's scary good. He is absolutely scary good. There's nothing on the floor in basketball that he cannot.
One of the most versatile players in the NBA. There's the steal from Bryant. One man to beat, and Carter, hard foul. Does a good job. Mark Davis gets in the middle. Will we have any technicals handed out? Carter initially tried to hold Kobe Bryant, and then I think he thought that he got hit, and then responded with a little bit of something in return. Now just tries to hold him. Then there's that shove at the end. You see him hold his left eye, Carter. He thought Kobe Bryant did something back at him.
Well, he got hit with an elbow, but it wasn't intentional because of the momentum carrying them afterwards. Good hard foul by Anthony Carter, but loses his head on the contact from Bryant.
So Carter gets hit with a technical foul. So first there'll be the technical free throw, and then 2 on the personal foul. As Kobe Bryant hears the MVP chants that he's heard all season long. First opening night he didn't hear MVP chants.
You see the swing back afterward. The left arm of Kobe Bryant hits Anthony in the face, but nothing intentional at all.
And that's what George Karl is arguing. He's saying, hey, wait a minute, if you're going to call a technical, call it on both. And as Carter was just responding, but there are sometimes, especially in important playoff games, you just have to stop and let it happen, and you don't have to retaliate.
You mean like now?
Yeah.
The 2008 NBA Playoffs on ABC. Brought to you by Mitsubishi Motors.
Early third quarter here in Los Angeles. Game 1 between the Lakers and the Nuggets. This is day 2 of the playoffs. Day 1 had some thrilling games, some road victories. Of course, all highlighted by the Suns losing to the Spurs in double overtime. Tim Duncan had 40, including his first three.
That play, Ginobili just read that he was wide open and delivered the basketball on point.
That was one of the best games I've ever seen in my time in the NBA.
What was so fun about it was guys were making shots. And there you see the 2 overtimes. Spurs coming back from 9 down in the fourth quarter to force the first overtime, coming down from 5 down in the first overtime to force the second one.
If you're Phoenix, you got to be kicking yourself because that's a game that you had in the bag and you didn't win.
Brian hits it, but Jeff, you always maintain, no matter what happens in one game, it's just completely forgotten as you go on, correct?
There is no such thing as momentum either. You just keep playing, do the best you can, make your adjustments, come out, and you would hope if you're Phoenix to play with the same type of lead in game 2.
Anthony Carter. And it's a 7-point game. Denver, by the way, they're going to go home back to Denver before game 2 of this series. 2-2-1-1-1 is the format in the first several rounds. Of course, now in the first round, it's best of 7. It's best of 5 for so many years. And it's a good thing it's best of 7 with all these great matchups. It'd be tough to watch some of these teams have a best of 5.
That was a great change by the NBA.
Radmanovich will inbound. Fisher.
The Nuggets once again going zone because Lakers trying to find Radmanovich on the post.
Candy upset with that call. That's his 3rd foul. Reminder, the NASCAR Nationwide Series back on ABC Saturday afternoon. The Aaron's 312 at Talladega. Coverage begins with NASCAR Countdown. Dennis Kleza will come back into the game.
And I like this substitution because it's going to take, I believe, one of the smaller guards off the floor in Anthony Carter. And with Iverson and... No, I'm wrong. They're going to keep the small point guards? No, Carter's coming out. They're going to be down. They're minus 14 right now when they play Carter and Iverson together.
So Carter will sit. The zone really worked for Denver in the first half. The Lakers, one of their worst losses of the season was a home loss to Memphis. And in that game, the Grizzlies played a lot of zone. Lakers pumped up 45 three-point attempts in that game and lost. So there's been a little success zone defense-wise against the Lakers this year. Iverson, nice pass, but Camby throws up a wild shot. He thought he was fouled. Shot clock did not reset. Down to 4. Anthony jump shot. Camby tried a touch pass to Glazer, and it goes out of bounds.
And you look and you see Pau Gasol, that whole possession, extends Allen Iverson off the pick and roll, forces him to go wide, gets back into the paint, and then closes out and contests the jump shot of Carmelo Anthony. Picture perfect defense by Gasol.
Radmanovich. Nice pass. Gasol in the largest lead of the game for the Lakers. That's their 19th assist. How about Pau Gasol? 26 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Iverson can't hit. Camby the rebound and throws it back off the glass. Fisher looking, and right off the face of Anthony. And he's shaken up. Nice job from Fisher, one of the class acts in the league. You ever had that happen to you? A basketball hit you smack in the face. That hurts.
Oh, what do you mean nice job? He throws it off his face and put the hand on his back, and that's a nice job?
It's a little gesture sportsmanship.
Oh, well, once again, we watched it in the first half, and then right now, out of bounds set underneath, a guy is able to come off, catch, and shoot. You got to know better than that.
A 15-4 run right now, and the Lakers have opened up their largest lead of the game here in the third. Ball pleading with his team at halftime to keep up all they were doing right.
You have a way of wearing teams out if you attack. If you play into the teeth of what you do well, aggressive, you have a way of wearing them out. But if you stop doing it, you won't wear them out. You got to do what you do well. What do you do well all year long? You got to attack them by penetrating and making good basketball decisions. It's got to be both good offense and good defense, man.
You can hear Carl almost pleading there and trying to get them to stay with that attacking mode that makes them such an explosive team.
Well, like you said, do what you do. But the unfortunate part is they don't defend. So they're giving up a lot of points to start the second half. He should have said, do what you don't do well. Guard him tonight.
Do you ever stop?
No, I'm just saying, like, that's why those halftime, pregame, motivational things, you don't trust those things because it's about your habits. You can't, with your words, influence a team. They're going to do what they do.
He gets fouled as we send it over to Michelle.
Well, in the last timeout, here's what Carl told his team. He said, look, 5-6 turnovers here in the third quarter, 3 offensive rebounds. Some of it's them, meaning the Lakers, some of it's us. We've got to cut out the part that's us and get back to playing good basketball.
All right, Michelle, Martin will shoot 2. That last foul on Pau Gasol, his first. Kenyon Martin missing the first. Martin playing a lot, most since he's been with the Nuggets. He played 71 games. This is his 4th year with Denver. Signed that huge $92 million deal after the first 4 years with the New Jersey Nets. Up in the Nets to a couple of NBA finals, but since he's been in Denver, it's all about knee problems. But he was healthy this year. And brings them to within 12. He's done an excellent job on Kobe Bryant defensively. Bryant, short, can be another rebound. Kobe Bryant now 3 for 14 from the field, but his team is up by a dozen.
I think offensively, Kobe Bryant's settling. He has to put more pressure on Kenyon Martin, and defensively, the bad foul, fouling a jump shooter, picking up his foot.
Number 4, as Mark says, so we'll see what Phil Jackson does here. What do you do here, Jeff? Do you leave him in? You're up by 12, so you got a little breathing room.
I'm going to take him out.
Go tell Phil. Phil, it's time to take him out.
I think one of the things you touched on yesterday when Shaquille O'Neal was in foul trouble, you have to be able to trust the guy on the floor. And Kobe Bryant is a guy that you can trust defensively that is not going to pick up a ticky-tack foul.
Anthony hits the second. They've struggled at the line. They've missed 9 free throws, 11 of 20. So he stays in the game with the 11-point lead. Camby pokes it away. Good defense. Here's Glazer running the floor. Nice catch. And the finish. Linus Glazer really showing his ability. And he's got a dozen.
At that time, Denver extending the defense. Carmelo Anthony picking up above the half-court mark. Denial on the wings. It's contagious, and it's an aggressive approach.
Bryant. Foul. Count it. And one. Kobe Bryant saying no way, no way. Although Martin has done a fabulous job on him. Even that time he did well. Because Kobe hit a tough shot.
He looks to the crowd and says, don't worry about it, I got him. If you're a Laker fan, you trust when this guy says it. That time puts the ball on the floor, gets the contact from Martin, knocks down the basket, going to the line.
Third foul on Kenyon Martin. Rattles that one in. They're back up by 12. That's the number Kobe Bryant has. Anthony looking to go one-on-one. Martin. Line drive. Won't go. Glazer the rebound, and he's mauled by Odom. And Lamar Odom will pick up the personal. So Odom has 2. Third team foul. They'll take it out of bounds. Phil Jackson and Kobe Bryant, their relationship once again has been good. They've had their ups and downs, but this year has been one of the best for both of them. As Allen Iverson comes up short, Odom the rebound.
Pound for pound, Phil Jackson's the best coach in NBA history.
You can make that case. I know you've been sitting on that one.
Derek Fisher lines up. That's a 2. Doesn't go. For those who didn't watch the first half, Mark Jackson saying Allen Iverson maybe the best pound-for-pound player in the history of the game. Of course, disputed by his former coach. Hence the reference. Anthony. Odom knocks it out of bounds. Now, Mark and I both feel pound-for-pound you're one of the best analysts in the history of broadcasting.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you'll take that. You don't want to argue about that one, though.
Trying to lose weight so it makes me pound for pound better than I was.
It's motivation to lose weight. You're 24. Anthony inside. Radmanovich got a piece of it. Camby. Martin the rebound. And a foul. And it's starting to get physical. Phil Jackson felt that the Nuggets are pushing off a bit.
You know it's the playoffs. Phil stood more today than he had stood the whole year.
Martin back to the line. Phil Jackson with certainly a realistic chance of his 10th NBA championship. As Martin hits the first one.
Really, that's an incredible accomplishment. To win 6 in Chicago and then come back and harness the talent that the Lakers had at that time with O'Neal and Bryant. Win 3 more and then come back here now again after O'Neal's left, rebuild again and have the #1 seeded team in the Uber Conference of the West.
What conference? The what conference? Please explain. He even impressed himself.
I hate laughing at my own jokes. That's a bad sign.
Kobe Bryant hits the jumper. And the Lakers back up by 12. He's got 10 points here in the third. Iverson attacks. And he's bumped by Fisher. So Derek Fisher now with 4 fouls. Kobe Bryant has 4 fouls. He's very chatty right now.
And you see Brian and Martin doing a lot of talking, but here's how smart he is. Catches the basketball inside the three-point arc, so therefore putting more pressure on Kenyon Martin and knocks down a baby jump shot. Now Martin has to close the airspace and not allow Brian to lift.
Joey Crawford just warned a number of the players, let's be quiet. There's some chirping going on. Iverson 5 for 11 from the free throw line. He shot 81% from the line this season, but he's really struggling today. More substitutions come in. Jordan Farmar will check in for Fisher. J.R. Smith has come on.
But this is the type of attacking offense that George Karl was referencing at halftime, is put your head down, get to the rim. They're spending their time at the free throw line, which is good. They've just got to convert their opportunities.
With that one, Vujicic replaces Bryant. Coming up on 5 minutes remaining here in the third. Lakers impressive to start the half, much like they were in the first half before Denver turned it around. Now Gasol, blocked by Camby. Radmanovic pecks a three. Off a terrific defensive play, the Lakers come back to capitalize. And this now the largest lead of the game, that Iverson quickly makes it back to 12.
He's a guy that has a history of silencing the crowd. Team needs a basket, put the ball in his hands, trust that he's going to make a play.
Gasol, very aggressive from the start. And he's fouled. In the act of shooting. Foul goes against Kenyon Martin. Our NBA calendar for the playoffs. TNT Game 1s, Philly and Detroit, Atlanta and Boston get starting on Turner. And Tuesday on NBA TV, Game 2. Orlando trying to win 2 straight against Toronto. The next Sunday on ABC, we'll have a couple of Game 4s. Cleveland at Washington. Antonio at Phoenix. GMC countdown beginning it all at 12:30 Eastern. Every night, great playoff games on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV.
Here's what I like. Jordan Farmar gets blown by Allen Iverson, dribble penetration. Phil Jackson says one thing, Kobe Bryant then gets off the bench. And not to have mental breakdowns.
Now Gasol. Now 28-10, including 8 straight from the line. Iverson.
Here's what he told him. Tell Vujicic to take. You don't need that. You don't need that stress of guarding Allen Iverson.
Gasol. Vujicic finds Odom. Odom against Nahara. Rolls off the rim. And Marcus Camby gets hit. Iverson may have gotten away with a travel. Lakers bench certainly thought that. Nice feed to Klaiser. Dennis Klaiser really having a strong game. 14 points off the bench.
Once again, the ability of Allen Iverson to be a playmaker is not about his scoring. He puts so much pressure on your defense when he has the basketball in his hands. That time, Klaiser with the wide open dunk attempt.
Iverson 9th in the league in assists during the regular season. Vujicic on the drive. Farmar. Shot clock winding down. Another pretty pass. And Pau Gasol has 30 points in his first Laker playoff game.
Outstanding passing basketball team. Unselfish top to bottom.
21 assists for the Lakers, and we still have 3 minutes to go in the third. Odom on Iverson. Pass to Camby. Up and under. That's a tough shot. Gasol running the floor. And the Lakers go up by 14. Timeout, Nuggets.
I tell you what, this should be Exhibit A of how the Lakers traded for Pau Gasol. His ability to make plays on both ends of the floor. Big guy with that limp, running the floor and finishing at the rim.
Back in Los Angeles, a reminder, Lost returns with all new episodes starting Thursday at a new time of 10, 9 Central, right after a new Grey's Anatomy. That's Thursday on ABC. 2:44 remaining third quarter. Lakers now up by 14. What a difference Pau Gasol has made. 32 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. This is his 7th year in the NBA. Gasol, as we mentioned, traded from Memphis. Now, he played in the playoffs 3 different years with the Grizzlies, played for UB Brown, and played well, but they were always an underdog and never won a game. Were swept in all 3 series. But he's grown, had a great Olympics playing for Spain. Gasol was born in Barcelona, then played great in the World Championships, was the MVP. And he's played in a lot of big international games. That's why Kobe Bryant says he won't feel the pressure. He'll play big in big games. And for a lot of these players, and Mark and Jeff, you guys know this, when they play for their country over in Europe, it's enormous, the pressure. And sometimes those games mean more to these guys than the NBA games.
Well, it's so much pressure because here's a guy that's been asked to be the franchise guy, or a guy representing his entire country. Right now, Kobe Bryant saying, hey, there's no pressure on you to single-handedly carry us. You can be a role player and get the job done.
You don't buy that?
No, I do. I mean, I think the international players feel great pride, as the U.S. players, I think, do as well, to play well in international competition. But there's no better place to make your mark in basketball than in the NBA playoffs. Pau Gasol is on a great Laker team, surrounded by multifaceted players. He's got a chance today to get his first playoff win.
J.R. Smith tried to force it in. He was double teamed, and Odom picks it off. Odom running the floor. Oh, Odom gets knocked to the ground, but hits the layup, and it's 16 now for the Lakers.
That's 6'10", going coast to coast like a point guard.
Iverson. That's a three-pointer. In and out. Last touch by Camby, Laker ball.
So the last guy to do this around here was right-handed, and he was 6'9" and a legit point guard. But Lamar Odom gets the loose ball, pushes in transition. Nobody stops the basketball. No nugget loads to the ball, and Kobe Bryant enjoying his forward.
Odom 13 and 13. Vujicic lost it out of bounds.
The last player of his size to handle the ball like that on the break and be able to make plays off the dribble was Tony Kukoc. And to me, why he's superior is because Lamar Odom rebounds and can defend, along with scoring the ball in the post and making plays off the dribble.
Klaiser finds an opening. Smith can't hit the three, and it's out of bounds. Odom, his name's been in trade rumors, it seems, every year, no matter what team he's been with.
The reason why is because you could take a guy like that for granted. You don't understand the impact that he has on the ball game, the things that he does, and the pressure he puts on an opposing team trying to figure out the Lakers in the ball.
Vujicic doubled. Gasol broken up nicely by Klaiser. Klaiser powers to the basket and count. Lennox Klaiser playing superbly. He's got 16 points off the bench.
Catches Pau Gasol backtracking defensively. He's not a guy that's just going to pull up on the break. Puts pressure against Gasol, gets the contact in the hoop.
Klaiser learned how to play the game at the Sharunas Marciulionis basketball school back in Lithuania. Remember Marciulionis? We're talking about a strong, tough guy.
A former teammate of mine and a great player, very similar to Manu Ginobili. But Ginobili has a better ability at handling the ball.
Radmanovic, another nice pass. Pau Gasol having a field day. 34 points in his playoff debut with the Lakers.
This is like room service for Pau Gasol. The ball's being brought to him right at the rim.
Gets another rebound. He's one of those players, just plays with passion, Gasol.
I think if he was with Memphis and he got 30-something points, it would be off of post-ups and isolations. His plays, he is getting these numbers off of other guys making plays for him.
Radmanovic for three. And the Lakers blowing out the Nuggets here in the third quarter. 5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. 36 points here in the period for the Lakers. Iverson plays it for three. Hits that one. Boy, he's come to play this afternoon.
Breakdown defensively from the Lamar Odom. You got to stay at home on the shoot.
Final seconds of what's been impressive third quarter. Odom, Farmar, that's a three. Bang! At the buzzer. Lakers 39 points in the third quarter. It was a 2-point game at halftime, but Pau Gasol continued his domination, getting great looks from his teammates. Lakers with 25 assists, and they'll head to the fourth with a 19-point lead. This presentation of ABC Sunday continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.